working. I win Battle Royale in BattleBit.
You're fired, Larry. Go
I
ahead.
know. Admit it. You never even thought about paying me.
I'm
I'm
not.
just like some cheap guy you just drag along, right?
Yeah, exactly. Poor Larry.
Yo, chat.
Oh god. Anyway.
Hashtag free Larry. Hashtag free Larry. Come on.
Alright, I
I
want
want to
to
see some
actually
support.
start with something that I have been working this week.
How about
So
we start with a proper introduction?
Sure. Hey Larry.
Hey.
Everyone, this is Larry. This is hey guys, this is Velasquez. Okay, this is okay.
Go right
Alright,
ahead.
let's
Go
get
right
started. Alright. So the first thing is what do you call? This week, again, there has been some backend changes. I didn't really write too much publicly because there's not much to be written, to be honest. It was mostly like some optimization bug fixes. The second big thing is me and Velasquez, we have been working on new game mode. It's a very classic game mode that you all know. Like every single of you know the game mode, what it is. And we want to keep it, what do you call, some kind of like a surprise. If you tell like even a slightly,
it's the thing you
yeah,
asked
that's
me
the thing.
yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
was
the
like
thing.
so confused. I was like, bro, you have that for ages already, but you wanted like okay, that okay.
And I think okay, I'm not gonna tell the name. I won't give it what do you call a hint because it's very classic. And then it's also a game mode. It was in also what do you call Battlefield 4.
I wouldn't spoil too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have an estimate when that will come to the
So
game?
the thing is, I want to do it to tomorrow's update. We have a weekly update tomorrow, but I'm not fully sure if we will able to finish it tomorrow. So it could be either. Oh, by the way, not infected. We have infected, by the way, in the game. Like if we check, we had infected in the game. It just I had to work more on it. So it's not infected now.
No,
it's not King of the Hill. King of the Hill will be.
It's not in the list. Okay.
Yeah, it's not in the
Leave
list.
them to some imagine, like have them.
Yeah, just telling the ones that are
there is
not,
something coming.
Not it. Okay.
Done. Okay.
But anyway, it's pretty much
Vic's trailer. The thing we did throughout last week. Does that play in common with it? Will that be a thing this update already? Because I don't know. I only did like the thingamajig with him. I don't know if you have even finished something of yet.
The trailers?
Yeah.
What?
The trailer we did.
Sort of ish.
Sort of ish.
But
okay.
Yeah, sort of ish. The ending wasn't great. I told him to change. And also there was one shot that looked a bit weird. He was jumping out of the helicopter and tried to snap the guy, which looked weird because when you jump out from helicopter, it's not like the weapon just lowers down. You cannot really shoot someone easily. It's not meant for that, at least. It's not CODs where you do jump and 360 no scope.
You could see 4-bomb yourself down there. Someone done that. You've seen that become a new trend of people that they jump out of helicopters and like trigger and the C4 like shortly before they.
Yeah, that was insane. To be honest, I never thought of that. Yeah, that was actually crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, also this week, someone found out that if you hold a grenade, like if you hold G and then take a claymore, you could place it indefinitely. I was like, okay, that's actually really broken. And then I checked the code. I was like, okay, we do actually. Yeah, it's actually it was on Reddit as well. I checked the what do you call the code? Okay, actually we are all good. It's server side. The server side like just checks how much you have, and it doesn't let you spam. So the after 3 or 4 claimers, the -1, -1, -2, -3, those are actually what they call only client side. But it also scared me for a second. Normally what we're supposed to do is whenever you place anything, what do you call any claimer, when it hits the 0, they're supposed to switch you back to the normal weapon, the primary weapon. So, but the thing is, when you're holding grenade, you cannot switch weapons while holding grenade. That is the problem. It was conflicting between them, which is a very I don't know, rare thing to find. Like I don't know how someone came up with hold the grenade and place a claymore consistently. I don't know. Maybe he probably found that while, I don't know, just randomly playing. I guess I don't think you can just, that could come to your mind and like, I don't know, try it. But yeah, so either tomorrow or next weekend we have a new classic game mode that never been tried with 254 players. Um,
That will be
again,
so chaotic.
it will be chaotic, guys. The new game mode will be chaotic. It will be much more chaotic than probably Conquest. Again, the spawn times will be very fast. So it will be pretty much what you call like spawn fast, try, you will die, spawn fast, and try again. At the same time, I love the game mode itself in Battlefield 4 when it was there, and actually, I'm personally excited for the game mode. Like it's kind of like Rush, but if you can make it
Okay,
work with
okay, okay.
254,
Have the
okay,
surprise. Have the
okay, it's not
surprise.
like
It's
yeah,
have the
okay,
surprise.
okay, all
Okay.
right, okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Yep, yep,
Yep. Yep.
okay. By the way, one thing, Rush did not work on 204 players. Like we did try 204 player Rush. It just didn't work. That's the reason why we don't have Rush in big
But
maps. Like sorry.
we never tried
So
free for all in 254 players. So why don't we do that?
that that would be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 32 versus 32 gun game mode. It was disaster. It was a disastrous game mode.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty much you spawn somewhere and then literally just take a peek and like, just spam camp anyone who spawns. Like it was way too, no, it was no pretty much. So the goal here is make the game mode playable with that amount of players and make it still manageable. Again, it will be very chaotic. It will be very fast spawn and fast respawn. But if we can make it work with 204 players, I think it will be legendary. And I think
Yeah, that will
um
definitely, it will definitely create some greatness. That it will
and
be very
again
interesting.
again all this it's a bit more different game mode. Hold on, I want to look about it because I'm very actually excited about it.
But don't spoil
In
it.
all the game, yeah, no spoilers, no. In all the game modes you have so far is, I understand, conquest, right? Infiltration, conquest, or domination, or I don't know, frontline. In all of them, you have what you have. You have a flag. You have to go a flag and capture it, right? You just have to go to flag, and then stay there for a bit, and then I don't know, like to go somewhere else. It's always has been like this. So the game mode changes. It becomes conquest. It becomes frontline, but the concept is same. Go to a flag, stay there for a minute, and then go to the next one. Like it's very standardized. To be honest, it's becoming what you call, like it's so much used in every single game. It's not, it kind of lost its value. Like to be honest, when I play conquest myself or Larry as well, like we 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 have seen it so many times that you have to go flag and capture, defend it. It kind of lost its value, or the meaning that, hey, I need to go. It's like I just want to kill people at this point. It doesn't give me that feeling of I have to do that thing because the game is telling me to do that. I think this game mode could unintentional, even though you do care or you don't care. I think will make you care because there will be a lot of people doing it at the same time unintentionally. Like it's unintentionally uh what do you call, like it will be very straightforward, it will be very simple to understand because you have seen it, and you will be like, okay, why not? It's like very simple, something to do. I mean, not simple, but at least you know what to do exactly. And yeah, we will see how it will go.
We'll see. We'll see. So
All right, let's talk about other stuff.
I had a fun thing. So probably some of you have seen that I did the Ask Me. So the r/PC Gaming moderators wrote me an email. I was like, hey, do you guys want to do like an Ask Me Anything on Reddit? I was like, sure, why? That's like not a big problem. I do it basically half the day in the
Ask
Discord
me
already.
anything.
Yeah, ask me
Okay.
anything. So and they sent me like example posts of like rebellion and everything. And it's like I seen, okay, the post gets like 250 upvotes or something, and maybe 300 comments. Okay, 300 comments throughout like the whole day. That should be manageable. Like there's definitely discussion starting, so I would assume like a few hundred questions, and like some are always the same. Yeah, man, I have been damn wrong about this. My phone still right now, every single minute, I get a notification by Reddit of someone posting a new comment. Our post has managed to obtain 2,000 upvotes now, and has 2,000 comments.
Crazy,
I've
yeah.
been slowly
That's a
freaking
lot.
out. It has almost 1 million views.
Oh, that's crazy amount. Yeah.
Yes.
What did they ask?
Or just a normal shit like how we want to do with FACEIT, if we bring shotguns, if we bring jets. It's like the same questions all over. Basically, everything we answered, like every single day, times 10. I think it's always somewhat the same
About
question.
the
There's some really
by the way,
interesting questions in there, but most of them are fairly always the same question.
okay, about the FACEIT, one thing is that
Shouldn't have said
um
FACEIT.
yeah, you shouldn't have said FACEIT. But there's some updates about that. Guys, we will not use the FACEIT that exists today. Like the current FACEIT that the CS:GO uses, we will not use that FACEIT. FACEIT developers are making a new anti-cheat. Like they are making a new flashed new anti-cheat that is different than their original anti-cheat that will support Linux, Steam Deck OS. Yes, it will support Linux, Steam Deck OS. It will have less restrictions to the what the CS:GO was, but at the same time, it will be still effective. It won't be effective as the CS:GO one because obviously these restrictions are there to squeeze any possibility. But working together with them, I think we can squeeze a lot, much more than what we have right now.
Yeah.
So even if when we implement the FACEIT, it will be a completely new anti-cheat that we will be the first user. BattleBit will be the first user of the new anti-cheat, and it will definitely support the popular versions of Linux and the Steam Deck OS. So if you have bought the game, and if you are playing on Linux or if you are playing on Steam Deck OS, you don't have to worry about that. It will be
Yep.
still supported. The FACEIT will ensure it's supported. They will troubleshoot any case if you have problems there.
Hey, speaking about
So
FACEIT, I know we have been talking about this in the background already, but for the chat here, would you guys be interested in actually meeting the people of FACEIT? That we bring them on like this podcast or like do specific episodes with them where we then just bring them on and they can just explain their things. Yes. Because I had the idea already, not like going like full in depth, but just at first introduce like just Lulu to the community so Lulu can introduce herself and then we can like continue working together in what would be. So we do like 1 week, like nobody else from outside will be on, but at least so the community already knows Lulu and what like they are doing within FaCe and everything. And it's not the Lulu that is in the moderation team. There's a different Lulu. That is
oh
FaceIt.
yeah.
Yeah. Before you guys spam him.
Probably we can do what we can do is the time when we announce publicly, like it's already public, but fully in all platforms like Twitter, your Discord, and like Steam, etc. That telling, hey, we have new anti-cheat coming in. That time we can invite the FACEIT team to here to a stage, and they can answer your questions because there have been a lot of questions when we introduced the standard FACEIT anti-cheat to the BattleBit. There have been some concerns. There have been some questions that felt unanswered. We had trouble, delivering those answers everyone at once. So what do you call, when we introduce a new anti-cheat, we can definitely invite the FACEIT team here, and then they can explain their new product. Again, this is a new anti-cheat, and what do you call, its purpose is different, a little bit more different. So
Yeah.
the FACEITs, the current anti-cheat they have, which is only a single anti-cheat they had, was for competitive games like CS:GO, or extreme competitive games where, like, what do you call, losing a cheater is very damaging, like repetition to money, like it's esports, like, and then that's what they have been focusing all this time. And so this new anti-cheat is made for more less competitive, or maybe you can't call it competitive, so it's much less restricted, it's more accessible. And also BattleBit is accessible game, like it's a hardware requirements, network requirements, memory requirements, like in all these aspects. And like, so they want to make it work with us, and at the same time they want to what do you call, make sure that the FACEIT still can be used. Like, we have something more useful on our hand, so they would definitely want to help us in this road to create a new product, and then what do you call, enter the market at the same time. And
Yeah.
you never know. Like, as soon as we start using the new anti-cheat, and it will be much more effective than what we have so far. I can guarantee that, because we are seeing what kind of support we are getting from the current anti-cheat. So it will be much plus more. There will be different games start using a new anti-cheat that they're coming up with, probably. Very, very fast, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, it was more the
that's how the
idea that, well, we will run with them anyway. I seen you wrote me a message. It's not like we just introduce them here and they like tell like everything and we do like full Q&A. Definitely go with a Q&A before we push the trigger. But so the community, everyone around here already knows the people, because I don't think it would be too good of an idea if, like, right before we switch the energy cheat, just bring some people nobody has ever seen before, like, on the stage, and they have them talk about it. Like, if we introduce the people that actively work with us and that are open to do things like this, if we like slowly introduce them to the community so they are somewhat familiar with the community and the community is familiar with them, so that we have like a base level of trust already before we just like bring a bunch of random people in. That is more my plan, that we just like give them like 15-minute slot where we then just talk, okay, about their last week's progress in the scale we can talk about it. It's not like something like a heavy introduction. It's more like down the line. And I think even for the community, like we do right now, of like talking about our past week and our next week and everything, that we also open this option with FACEIT, that we also give FACEIT some room that they can just say, okay, hey, we made these and these progresses, and this means that and that for the player. That is more my idea behind it.
We
So
definitely have to talk with FACEIT, because they may have different schedules, not or
yeah.
But yeah, it's something, an idea. When we announce FACEIT new anti-cheat all the way in all platforms, then we can definitely call everyone, hey, FACEIT will do a Q&A. So about new anti-cheat, if you have any questions, here, join. That will be your time to ask your question. But yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's switch topic. What did you work on there this week?
Actually, so I just found out, I don't know, Vil, if you use it, but the Blender asset browser. Have you ever looked into it?
What's that? I
So,
haven't touched Blender for years.
I know you haven't. Like, I seen it by your
Yeah.
message yesterday, because you're still running the 2.9 and the newest version is like
79.
3.6 now. It's like,
No, it's 79. No, wait, hold on.
oh yeah,
No, it's
2.79.
it's
It was 2.79 because with
2.79.
3.0
No,
that was the
76. Sorry, it's 276.
all right. So
It's so goddamn old. But I like the interface.
wait, I probably have still the scene, because I fucked around with it earlier today. Was in the public chats earlier. So I made a thing. Okay, the stages now.
It's on the stage chat. I just posted
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Stage. There we go. Velasquez.
Yeah, no, that scene didn't work at
Oh,
all.
that's Velasquez. Hold up. My sorry, Velasquez.
Hey, let me just like and where is it? We're very professional in doing this. Display capture.
There we
Yes.
go.
Yes. Okay. So you see my screen now. To streamline the process, what I did,
Uh-huh.
I have all my pouches still, right? And before I copied them in,
Yeah.
and they were all the wrong scale. I did this earlier with the whole chat too. I streamlined the process of this, and now I built myself an asset
Can just
browser.
drag drop.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay,
So
you
I
can just
can
drag drop
just
like that.
let's say we want to have like 2 magazines on this. I can just like, you know, and then I want to have a pouch here, and I put that there. Well, scaling is a little bit fucked up
That's
still.
very handy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I did the same with. Let me open the vehicles I did. Also, the vehicles already have the updates. I didn't send them to you yet. I did the same with vehicles. They have an asset browser now. Or I made like assets for them. For example, like the radios and everything. The scale doesn't really match, but hey, I want to build like a radio station now for the vehicle, and like just put in my radios, and then
That actually looks very fun. Not gonna lie.
I can just put an ammo box there and whatever, and yeah, that's like
Oh, you
I
got Windows. Holy shit! Big upgrade.
yeah, we got Windows, we got a bunch more things.
Guys, big update. New Windows coming.
So
Big update.
yeah, before the vehicles are like this. Well, there's no the LED, but never mind. Now I put like actual ammo boxes in here. We have like radios, all these things. Let me wait. The texture is set to. Oh, it should be set to closest. Oh, it's linear. Closest now. So that's how it will be in game. That you can actually now see things. I think Blender just crashed. No, it didn't. So and then like actual in the military vehicles, the passenger has like a screen. I think Mary showed that to me. And I went back in Minecraft, took a screenshot of a Minecraft map, and just downscaled it again. So, yeah, but vehicles got like way fancy interiors now.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I made like decals. I will send you the updates for the textures too.
Just a second. Someone said car bomb. Actually, that reminded me. What if we had a suicide vehicle as well?
Suicide vehicle.
Like you just like
What do you mean
instead
with
of
suicide
suicide
vehicle?
C4, it's like a vehicle. It's like a press left mouse button and a vehicle explodes.
All right.
I mean, you have you have C4s on the vehicle. Actually, that
Well,
effectively
we
is suicide.
could. It's not like we. I don't think we should, but we definitely could. Like
Yeah,
doing like a bite.
we could, yeah, of course.
Anyway.
Imagine like you call the phone, the call like tit, like doot doot.
Oh Jesus
Oh
Christ.
god, that would be actually funny.
Yeah.
Like the same as what Squad has. Um,
Yeah. Right. Squad
jeez.
has that.
Yes, Squad has like if you want to explode it, you cannot do it instantly. Like, you have to call it. It gonna do a call. I don't remember if there was like a music there. It will take a while to explode the thing.
Yeah.
EAD.
And another thing I've seen. Okay. Yeah. The chat is like constantly reminding me of it. GameSpot uploaded the second video of reacting to our weapons. They just did.
Oh really?
Yeah, I knew they will do it this weekend because I've been in contact with them. They will actually be in episode 3, I think, in 2 weeks. But definitely will look into it later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the thing on the top, the helicopters for the helicopters you
Yeah.
were using. No, on the right, like the blue and ground thing. That story, remember, we had it reversed multiple times.
Yeah, me putting it into models and actually having it reversed so the ground is up.
Yeah, ground is that sky is
Happened
down.
several times.
The people who knows what that actually means, they said, "Oh, hey, this is reverse." Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did like visual touch-ups for all vehicles and I added windows in them. So I think for next week I will start sending them to you. This week we will probably not introduce the update, I'd assume.
Okay. Also, one more thing about the squad locks. Just came to my mind. So I know the squad locks. I know people have been saying, "Hey, we should remove the squad locks." And personally, when I play the game myself, I do agree. It's very annoying, actually. Like I just leave a squad and I just want to change the squad, and like every single thing is locked. Okay, so let me explain why do we have it, and then we're gonna iterate from there. So the problem was you join the game with 4 people as a party, right? But everyone loads in different speeds. Like some guy joins first, the second guy joins after a minute, some guy joins, I don't know, after something else, right? So the problem was the first person that joins the game, they will create a squad only for that party, and then pretty much what we would do is lock the squad until other party members joins. But if they don't join, it stays locked. That was the first approach, which backfired. Then later, okay, we said, okay, let's not do that. Instead, let's do this way. Um, the the first person that joins the game still opens a squad only for that party. However, it lets X amount of people, and then make sure there is still room for their party member. But the thing is, if nobody joins their party, it still stays still locked. So that's the main reason why most of the squads are locked, because they generally create a party, but nobody actually joins those parties. So I was thinking what we can do is, the only thing I can think about how we can fix this problem at the same time still make the party system useful is the first person joins the game in the party still creates a squad. He becomes a squad leader. However, we never lock the squad, like it never gets locked squad. And then when the second member of the party joins, if there's a room in the party squad, he joins. If there's not, then what we do is we choose a victim from the squad in. We pretty much switch him to another squad with the same role without him realizing it. So this way, there's no locking stuff. It just if the party is full, pretty much what do you call just switch them to another squad without them even realizing they just switched squads. It's that's the only thing I can think of without locking the squads. Because I do understand it's annoying, but at the same time, I don't have a way of fixing this problem at the same time. Either we're gonna make this party system useless, or we're gonna have something like this. Like I cannot think of anything else. It doesn't come to my mind.
Speaking about locking shit, there was some request about locking vehicles.
Oh, we had that before. That
Yeah,
was terrible.
yeah,
That was
but
terrible. It went terrible.
it's not like great, but if we would do it, if you would press a button, like the lock button, and then it would lock it for like 20 seconds, and you have like that 20-second frame, and then it automatically unlocks again.
Okay, so the problem is when you want to repair the vehicle, you just leave the vehicle for 5 seconds and someone gets in. This is the problem,
Yeah,
right?
that is
Because
the problem.
I just faced problem the same myself. I faced the same problem myself as well. I was thinking, okay, what we can do, like a 10-second, 5-second, some kind of lock thing. That is something more doable. I was talking about actually locking a vehicle to a squad, like what squad has,
No, that would be
which
chaotic as fuck. Like
it
8
was
people will
chaotic.
just go in 8 vehicles and just all lock them. Like, wow, what?
Like there are restrictions in the game squad, but like it was just too much, and then like the guy claims the vehicle, the tank, and then never uses it. It's like, yeah, it's like, no, it was bad. About the tank, the driver locking, I assume it will be only for tank, APC, and a helicopter. We wouldn't do for transports.
Yeah, Humvees it would make sense.
I mean,
But yeah, tanks,
mhm.
APCs, helicopters, that would make sense. And I do agree. It's like really annoying. Like for example, in the Little Birds, like you get shot, you start bleeding, you bandage yourself, you start healing yourself up. So you leave base, or like you go to base, repair the helicopter. You leave the helicopter to heal yourself while the helicopter repairs anyway, and then suddenly someone flies off. Like, okay, yeah, bruh. Now you're standing at base alone.
So what we could do is maybe whenever you leave a vehicle, if it's either tank or helicopter or APC, only on those 3 cases, we kind of claim the driver. If you were driver at the same time, we kind of claim the driver only to you for next 10-ish seconds. But how we gonna tell the driver, hey, this is only for you? Like they have to kind of like understand the timer there, that they are the owner of that vehicle's driver for 10 seconds. And if they, I don't know.
Well, we could just make
And
like a little
at the
lock
same time,
symbol.
it can be confusing. That's thing. Like, I mean, the problem here is, okay, we do add the log, right? And then the guy just goes to the base and then leaves the vehicle, right? Or actually, we just want to switch seats, right? We just want to switch seats for really fast, and then I just leave the vehicle, and then I cannot change the vehicle. I cannot change to driver's seat for next 10 seconds now. I mean, if you're if you are somewhere in a firefight and then you just want to switch seats, like it will be disaster at that point. How do you fix that point? I mean, yeah, I understand that it's annoying, but at the same time, it will create another problem, which may damage even more. That is the problem I have there. Like, how do you fix that this time? Like, imagine this
Yeah,
scenario.
yeah, I get a scenario, but if let's say we just make basically like the current like the revive icon, we just make a lock in the middle and like and countdown timer thing. So when you go up to the
Okay, but
vehicle and you see, okay, hey, it's like it's locked because of the lock thing, and then it has like the countdown going down, and like 30 seconds,
okay,
25 seconds,
imagine
that
this
wouldn't be
case.
like so crazy long.
Imagine
Well,
this
bonus maybe.
case. A guy who he never piloted a vehicle, a helicopter, takes the helicopter and then crashes into the ground without exploding it, and everyone just like gets out and
Yeah,
like
no, no,
there in the
no,
middle
no.
of the somewhere, and then like
Uh,
that point, someone has to take the helicopter pilot and then fly away really fast before it destroys or people
not
kills them.
automatically. Make it a key input that you have a hotkey for it. That you have to press the key to lock the vehicle for the next 30 seconds.
Mm, that
So
confuses a lot more.
yeah, well it.
Now,
Mm,
it's gonna be much more confusing. We have another key input that we have to press to, yeah, that's the thing. Or,
well, the key
what
input
if we
would
make it
solve that
that?
issue because if you make it automatically, that would suck. Yeah, but if you would
Yeah, that
have
was
to
suck.
specifically trigger it, that would be
All
better.
right, let's ask the people here. I mean, you guys understand the problem. There's a problem. If you leave a vehicle and you just want to repair it, anyone can go and take it. But the other problem is, if you make it like a 10-second lock in automatically, then in extreme cases where you have to switch seat with someone else, or someone has to take a new seat because the pilot was just dumb. So sorry for calling that. Then that becomes a problem. So having a key, you have to press a key is also very
Yeah. So well, we could
not
make it. We
accessible
could make it
at the same
easy.
time.
So if you think pressing a key would be a good idea, press 1. If you think it would be a bad idea and would be automatic, press 2. That will get us like really
Long
really.
press locks it. Hey, hold on. What do you mean by the long press? Twisty. What do you mean by long press?
Hey, so the Twitch chat mostly is about just
Wait,
pressing a
is
key,
that
having a
minute
hotkey for
or
it.
hotkey? 1, 2. I mean, okay, we have to indicate, hey, you have to press this, but it will be not accessible. I don't think people are gonna be knowing of that. I mean, for example, sorry, Velasquez. How many of you know that you can change camera in helicopters by pressing C? How many of you know? And how many of you don't know? Like, look at it. It's on the screen. It says you can change camera
Literally
by
says
pressing C, but nobody knows about it. It stands there, but nobody knows. Like, it's not. It's 3070. Like, the thing is, you can change cameras. Like, but yeah. So we need something accessible that we don't have to force people to read something, but somehow it has to work. That's my problem. How we can do that?
but I have to agree to a lot of people. In its current state, is really useless, and I think we should actually make it available for the second pilot seat, the co-pilot, that he can use that camera and be basically the same as the tank and like a spotter camera. Like he has like night vision or something, and he can like spot people. We should
I think
probably
it's
do that
just
at
too
some point.
much for that. I
No,
think
I
it's just a bit
think
too much.
that would be
No,
good.
but I
Uh,
think the
hold
idea
it down for 3 seconds. Getting
it's
out
not
is
for me.
locked. If you need to bail, you can just insta bail. But okay, the problem, Swiss, the problem is how do you communicate with the player that they like? For example, if you have the same problem with the magazine, you have 2 magazine reloads. You have one where you drop it, where you have tactical. Like the game doesn't tell you that. It's a knowledge you have to learn from other players. It's the same problem. How do you communicate? There's something like this. If you hold for 3 seconds, it locks it for you. Like the problem is how do you communicate with the player?
We could put it on L and just call it lock, and we'll put it on the side.
The
So the people that will,
guys,
not
sorry,
everyone
sorry.
will know it anyway. So if you would just put it like the side menu, you would just put it in your idea of like the controls. Some people will know, some people won't know. But people will
Yeah,
find out.
one thing is, guys, forget about tutorials. Like, forget about tutorials. Majority of players, including me, I just skip the tutorials, and if the game doesn't let me skip a tutorial, I will exit that game. Like that's it. If the game doesn't let me skip a tutorial, I
Well,
will just exit
I
that
kicked
game.
my cat.
I don't like tutorials. That's the thing. If the game is trying to teach you about bit tutorials, I think that's a very flawed game. You have to use the player's existing knowledge and their instincts to teach them stuff, not with tutorials. That's just a cheap way of doing it. Okay, you can have very small things. I'm not against that, but at the same time, I'm against tutorials, to be honest.
We could put like the info cards in the
Like the
loading
tutorials
screens.
is like holding the player's hand and then press this. It's like no, you learn yourself. But the game has to make it obvious that that's the case. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where the game design hard there. Like the hints, nobody reads hints. Like when the game is loading, I just alt tab and check YouTube. Like I'm not gonna watch loading screen for 10 seconds. I mean, it's actually not that long in BattleBit, but if you what do you call like people won't be looking at the loading screen. That's just reality.
If you have to make
So
a mini game in your loading screen, or if you have the option to make a mini game in your loading screen, your loading time is way too long. It's just a fact. Like you know,
I
like
mean,
Skyrim, where you could just like spin the thing, then there, and like actual other games have like a proper mini game on the loading screen. Like if you have to do this, your loading screen is just too long.
but yeah, again, my question is, how do you introduce this mechanic without breaking the existing game, with somehow making the player aware of that, like somehow very easily? Loading screen needs game mode mapper and name hints. Loading screen is way too fast. Like the game loads in 10 seconds. Like it's just way too fast. Even someone pay attention what's happening on the screen.
Yeah.
Like we can intentionally make it longer, but I not
Just
not
add a
with
time
that.
factor before it actually starts loading.
Jesus.
Imagine.
No. Like how many seconds does it take to load a map? Like it normally takes
Well,
8 to 12 seconds mostly.
the
Like
longest time
it's
it takes
really
is like
fast.
to connect to the server. Before like you have like no picture, and then like for the last few seconds you have like the picture of the map. And that is like when you know, okay, you've made it to the server. Longest time is like actually connecting to the server.
I don't know. Okay, what we're gonna put there? Hey, tip, hint, whatever. You can lock the squad, not lock squad, lock the vehicle by holding F longer, or no, the exit
Basically, or just like
button
very short, like
longer.
L for locking vehicles, and then like I think Ghost Wing
L is
Fly.
light, by the way. L is light, by the way.
L is light, by the way. Whatever.
Yeah, we
Any
have
other
lights in
key.
the game vehicle.
Um,
Okay, just as
but
we have start the
like
engine and have us unlock the vehicle as we start
yeah,
engine, you have to
like
press
Assassin's
F to
Creed
unlock
has
the
it.
vehicle. You cannot put you cannot put that into the middle of the screen. It's annoying. You have to put it on the left side or somewhere, which when you put it on the left side, nobody reads that. Like people don't notice it. Like that's the thing. I don't know an effective way of doing it.
Well, we could put it in the hut somewhere, like in that square, where
Yeah,
currently like you have the elevation and everything, where we just put like a like black bar or like a bar thing, and then like hey, lights on and like things off, whatever, and then we could like put lock on, unlocked. We could just make a lock symbol,
I mean,
like in the top or like on your hut, and you would see that symbol. If you would lock the vehicle, it would change to that closed one.
I mean, again, the people weren't aware of that majority. Like, it has to be something not manual, more automatic. Maybe okay. What okay? In which cases will that be annoying? Actually, like in which cases that you will record that lock to be happening. So let's stay away from the manual one for the moment and try to figure out the times that where you will need that vehicle seat to be locked only for you or claimed only by you. So we can maybe automate it. So majority cases I would assume is you would just go to base and then get out and start repairing or start healing yourself. So what we could maybe do is if you're in the base and if you leave the vehicle, then it's claimed only for you for 10 seconds. Because if you're in base, you are safe. You don't have any worry. But if you're not in the base, then it's no locking. Okay, what could go wrong here? Let's think about what could go wrong here.
Okay, have you ever played Heroes and Generals? I just
Negative.
Negative. Heroes and Generals had a system that always would lock a vehicle. And you could go in like next to a vehicle and like hold a button to unlock it, so we would lockpick that vehicle.
God.
It was by far not great because sometimes like in like
Or actually, imagine we do
you,
something like that. Another player comes in.
You had to
Sorry, go ahead.
lockpick bicycles, and it would like take 10 seconds. But then if you would try to lockpick a car, they would like take up to 40 seconds. They would just stand there for 1 minute and hold one button and wait until that fucking circle finished down. And if you would like lose off the button, you could start from the very beginning again.
Oh yeah, it's like okay, whenever you want to get into a vehicle, we do a skill check, like the Dead by Daylight. You have a skill check thing, like it turns, and like you have like a small thing that you have to hit exact same time.
We make or like in Fallout, we make like a proper mini game where you like have to find, or Skyrim where you have to find actually location and then like you can actually pick it.
Okay, someone said the Siguro Doki. I never had my tank stolen at base because there's no reason to get out. The issue is always outside the home base, so I wouldn't change mine. Okay, hold on. How someone is spawning on the vehicle when you are outside of the base? Like, is it your squad mates?
No, running to it is probably the most common thing. Squad mates just running to your vehicle or spawning on you or whatever. That is the most common thing. That's a very common thing I've seen. That is actually something I've seen on, I think, Reddit earlier, of someone running to an enemy vehicle, jumping on top of the BTR. He couldn't fire at him. The pilot left the vehicle. The player was standing on top, jumped into the vehicle. Suddenly it changed teams, and like he killed that person that was before in the LAV.
My tank has been stolen from the gunner on top in spawn when repairing. Okay, so the only thing I can think of, let's start from simple and straightforward. If you're in a base and if you're in a base and then if you leave your vehicle from the driver, at least it will be claimed to you for 10 seconds. So by that knowledge, at least you take the risk. If you want to leave your vehicle outside of the base, you take the risk. But if you really want to ensure that you don't want to lose the vehicle, then you go back all the way back to base and do it. But then it still makes the repair tool very useless because in repair tool is supposed to be a portable tool where you don't go back to base and repair your thing. So that also defeats the purpose of that tool. So it's still flawed.
On Twitch, someone had a comment. If you would make it lockable by face, so we just had like access to all webcams, and we like make a face check, and like, oh, like it's you, okay, you can enter the vehicle now.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to sit there with my lawyer and actually like go through of like what that would be in security
ID,
concerns.
Scan ID, and then there you go. Turn back, and then
Yeah.
Hey,
please hold your actual ID next to you so we know it's you. Jesus Christ.
No, that will be horrible.
It would. No, why would you even do that?
I understand what you call the problem. At the same time, I don't know how to fix it without breaking something else. I don't know. That something doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, we can definitely look into it and try to fix it.
No, banned. I disagree with that. Okay, so you said it is a user issue if the people can't pay attention and learn to use the key bindings listed on the screen that has nothing to do with the game and everything to do with the player. So the thing here is, it's a game, and the thing is, it's a shooter game. So most of the people who came here play shooter games. So we shouldn't be forcing to learn something new. This is not something new. You have been playing shooter games for years. So when you come and play this game, your existing knowledge, experience should just fit in. We shouldn't be forcing you to learn new things. I mean, yeah, of course there will be some new things, but it should be easy as possible. I mean, the reason why BattleBit is also very successful right now in the market is because it's very accessible, and then like we try to lower the requirement you to what do you call pay attention to something to learn. It should be smoothly coming up by itself. Like you shouldn't be really thinking about that too much. It's our side, the game design parts. Like it's yeah, but people. I mean, the game shouldn't force you to go to the key bindings and then check every single thing. It should be there. It should be very smoothly. The game should tell you in a way that doesn't annoy you, but at the same time, it somehow does it, which is the biggest problem. To add something, it's not the technical part. The part is mostly how do you introduce this to the player. Um, that is the mostly the problems that we are facing with.
Yeah, it will be
$99
interesting.
to unlock door.
Well, we should definitely revisit that thought because I think we could still do like some cool things there down the line.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, in general, what do you call? That's something I want to. So the first thing that I will be changing is the squad locking thing with the party system. So
Yeah,
pretty
that makes
much
sense.
you will no longer see squads locked. What we will do is if your party member joins your game and if your squad is already full, one of the victims will be chosen randomly and then silently move to another squad without even them realizing, I guess you call it. But at the same time, now it can be very confusing for the other player,
So,
which gonna create a new problem.
of course. Well,
Yeah.
speaking about party system, there has been a request by the streamers, and that actually makes sense. So they run into the issue like they want to play together with the community. They have to add like every single one on or in their friends list because otherwise they can't join their squads, right? So or their parties. How
Well,
much would
no,
it
they don't
be
have to be
to?
friends. They don't have to be friends.
Well, friends of friends, but someone has to be in a friends list.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how far it would be possible to make parties with keys that you have like a party code, like 5 digits or whatever. So you can just fill in that somewhere, like right above it, like join a party in like a space where you put that in. So you can like join parties without being friends with anyone in that party.
Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase it if I understood correctly. So you want to make it that someone joins your party without being friend or having a common friend between.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct. For example, for the streamers, they want to play together with their communities, and they would need like every single viewer. They would need to add them on like Steam to like invite them into their parties because not every viewer has like that streamer in common or like a friend has a streamer in common, whatever. So that we have like a code that you can just like put in, so you could join that party already. So if they like start streaming, they want to play with their community people, that they have like a code and they can put it in.
Let me think for a second. I mean,
Because the friend in common would also only work if that friend in common is playing the game and in that party. For example, you have like maybe you're in a clan. Like you may have one friend in common, but he's not playing the
okay.
game
The
right now. But you want
question
to
is,
play together.
okay. Question here. Okay, I can make it work faster if the codes are persistent. Like for example, you will have a code that is kind of unique to you, and then
Yeah, that would
every
work
single
already.
time I hold on, every single time I create a party, that party ID will be always the same. The problem with that thing is, as soon as you give it to someone can join your clan with the same code every single time. It's like if someone exposes your ID, not sorry, if someone exposes that party ID, then there will be infinite amount of people who
Yeah.
got your party ID will able to join your party anytime they want, which could be very annoying.
Yes. But what if
you
you...
temporary, if you make a temporary version of it, that requires backend change. And now my question is, it's possible, but how urgent this problem is? Like how urgent?
It's not crazy urgent. It's like more quality of life thing. It would be a really nice to have thing.
I can't add on my to-dos, but definitely other after problems, thanks, other stuff. Party codes. There we go.
In
Noted.
general, if we want to, we can go, because I wrote everything down. Because I'm
No.
right. We can go through like everything the streamers brought up to me.
That's the thing. Someone said, how about using the player's Steam ID? That's the thing I was thinking, like maybe not their Steam ID, but some kind of obfuscated version of the Steam ID. But the problem there is that like the obfuscation of the Steam ID will be always the same thing, and then the thing is that you can do time based, but it complicates them a lot more.
Well,
you need something to keep simple solution, which I think I'm thinking of.
So the way I remember SnowRunners handling it that way. So if you would open a multiplayer lobby in SnowRunners, it would generate like a 5-digit code, like 5 whatever, a 5 key code, and you could just then put it in like somewhere in like the multiplayer section. Hey, join this game, and I put in that code, and it would throw you into that game.
Yeah,
Like
that's thing.
would work
that will require backend. That will require backend integration. So far, we kept the party system outside of our backend. Like right now, the party system was done with the Steam API, and we are the Steam API does not have such stuff like that. Like party system exactly. Like they do have lobby stuff, but not 100% like party system. You can use your lobby system as a party though.
Yeah,
that's what we have been doing. And then this kind of feature is not exist in Steam API. Actually, probably not. Yeah, I will have to check documentation further, but I never seen something like that. So we will have to implement something on top of ourselves, and then with the backend, and then still make the Steam work with that. I can do that technically. It will require additional time. So that's the reason I ask how high priority this is.
Yeah. So another thing that they brought up, which I think is a fairly easy implementation. You mute people with like F1 to F12, right?
Shift F1 report.
Shift F1 is report.
Yeah,
so,
I was thinking about making that. Like instead of you actually like find the person.
That is what they said too. Instead of like finding the person afterwards, if you do Control or Shift
yeah,
F1,
yeah.
and then you can do it automatically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually for a long time. But yeah, I think it will be very useful, to be honest. Like if you want to like, but okay, we have to communicate with the player. We're gonna write a very long text.
Well,
F1 to mute, Shift F1 to Shift F1 to report. I guess.
You could put it in in the connections. What I would do on top of all the other things, in your account settings where you turn on the streamer mode. As soon as you turn it on, that we on the side that is currently like one side is like where you can select everything, the other side is fully empty. If you would put there some text, like some small introductions, hey, these are things in the game to like keep in mind that will help you down the line with your streaming thing. So like Shift F1 to like instant report someone, things like this.
So if anyone ever able to test, in the audio settings, you have the Steam friend, party friend voice, like the clan friend voice, enemy voice, etc. Someone mentioned that they don't work, but I never had time to test it. Is that actually not working or something? Have anyone had time to test it?
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Just Ghost actually posted on in the chat. That's exactly. they don't work? Did you guys try it? Then I'm talking about the, like, for example, when you have the sliders for friends. Let me actually do the Steam friend, party friend, clan friend, squad leader, squad mate, teammate, enemy VoIP. Are those sliders are not working or?
Yeah, the
Okay,
sliders
interesting.
don't seem to work. Speaking about
I have
in
to
general,
test with a couple people,
yeah.
but yeah, I guess.
Speaking about the muting thing in general, Cycrel asked for a hotkey to turn off all VoIP.
Oh yeah, the hotkey.
Yeah. So because he had like
again,
he
how
did run.
urgent?
Yeah, well, if you're doing the VoIP things, in general, like if you look into fixing the VoIP things and everything, then you just do it in one. Then you don't have to touch that section again. So you don't have to like recycle to the whole thing over and over and over. So if you're doing anyway the whole VoIP things, then just put it right there in with it. Because he had that funny example of like I'm heavily concentrating on like that one objectives, and my squad is currently talking about Pokemon. So
I mean,
yeah,
you can
having a
technically
hotkey.
mute, but
Yeah, you can, but then you have to
but
go
then you
back
have
in a
you
scoreboard and
have
just unmute every single one. That you just like have a hotkey where you can just turn up VoIP like right now automatically.
completely.
Yeah. So like just the hotkey, and if you want to have it back on, because you're just running now in an open field, that you can just like turn it back on. And
I see.
it would be great if that also would reset after the match is done. That you don't put it automatically and suddenly like, hey, where's like all the funny people screaming around? Like you turn it off and things, so it doesn't even save it, or like even like goes back to normal like after 30 seconds again, or minute or whatever.
Anyway, I don't know, to be honest. Anyway, shall we show the new map? Not the new map, remake of new map.
Yeah, I can show.
Nah,
Okay.
do you want to show it?
I mean, it's only what.
I'm safe. I know your idea. I'm preparing something that
No, wait. If we would show it now, that would kind of destroy like the immersion of it because we have the
I
trailer.
mean,
I'm
we are.
saying something different. I mean, in different way.
You did
The
the
trailer,
spoiler
not yet.
pictures.
No.
So because we have the trailer,
Not
if you
then-
would show the map now, that it would kind of destroy the purpose of making a trailer.
Okay, I'm sharing.
At
You
the
will
same
see.
time, we had one server this week was already playing it.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay,
That there was one single server playing it this week. Oh, that's here on screen. Hold up.
okay. Then let me.
Oh, that's cool.
What was it? It was.
Okay, yeah, I can show mapping a little bit more different way. So first of all, the map will still remain huge, huge as before. It probably will be more bigger map. In BattleBit, which playable area and get gone. Because it's still like about 800 meters, from 500 to 800 meters between objective. But to reduce the running time on get gone, I place in infantry spawn so they can, run the first objective more faster. So yeah, it how it will look like from that way.
That looks very cool. By the way, what kind of shader did you use for this? Not gonna lie.
It's new Unity 2023.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That looks
that's a
actually really
great
cool.
project I made.
That would be cool to have as
And
interactive maps somewhere.
yeah, and compared to old map, we have now 6 objectives instead of 5. So before there was objective in the middle, and everybody was fighting for, and it was causing problem that it was blocking objective, and everyone had to run like 1 kilometer to objective. It was not fun. So because of that, we have 2 extra objectives from the center. In case if one of them will be blocked, you still have like 500 matches run to reach that objective and reach that fight. And that map will be more friendly to a water vehicle. There will be tunnels like those one tunnels that you can go in the tunnel underground and on the water vehicle and come from another side. There's cave system. So yeah, water vehicle will be more easy here. Will be more comfortable to fight compared to
Okay.
old map. And so what if objective? Well, classic one is port that was before. a jackport, but now it's a far away, more far from pound. There's no pound camping anymore. And there is still some containers and coastline barriers that it will be fun to fight here. There is now also a lot of posts for snipers, but those posts can be destroyed if somebody wish, if somebody hates snipers. There is
Yeah,
a quick
great work
shot.
there.
Ready? Yes. I'm
Larry and
ready.
Velasquez. I'm getting old.
Yeah, great to know.
Good work, Velasquez. Larry.
Okay. But Velasquez,
And
could you at least let me do one single thing? Can I please remake the carrier?
carrier. I mean, maybe in future. Yeah,
Ah.
and besides that, some people might thinking like because there are no more bridges, they can block a bridge, but it's not really true. You still can block bridges, but our vehicle and infantry can cross rivers and sea by ground.
I see
Uh,
that. I see that.
it should be more fair now.
Also,
Another objective, yeah,
you mentioned that these maps were mirrored, like it both sides are what do you call
yeah. Our
mirrored.
map is still mirrored. It's mirrored, it's just not visible yet. I'm hiding that. It's mirrored, but it hides
Hmm. Could
Okay.
you show
mirrored.
it from like from top?
From top, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are from top. So you can see some kind mirrored by objective position.
Okay. The U.S. has air carrier, and then Russians are on the ground. So I assume the U.S. will have helicopters additionally.
Both teams have helicopter, but yet you have little bit more helicopter, and Russian will have little bit more ground
Ground
force.
vehicles. Okay.
Yeah, but still, you can still claim more ground vehicle if they will capture Alpha, for example. And Russians can get more helicopter if they will capture Bravo. So yeah, you need to fight for objective in order to benefit your team.
Mhm.
Another objective is, for example, Bravo. It's designed for long and mid-range fighting. It's a bunker. It's a military base on the hill, which radio tower. There are
Mhm.
like trenches, military base, bunkers. That objective will be more easy to defend because you can see clearly from long distance.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, that one good example. And well, objective is well fortificated. Even big coastline have fortification. So if Russians will capture that objective, they can hold it very well. And not like Americans deploy on beach. It will be a challenge for American
Mhm.
team to deploy on the beach. Another play it's city. Keep in mind that it will be feature Asia slash Japan style. So you will have little
Like Asia.
cozy building.
Yeah.
Yeah, little cozy building. For example, city have like 2, 3 floors, not much windows. So it will be very friendly for infantry fight. Even if it
Mhm.
can like 2,000 angles, like on Kansas Sunset. It's, yeah, yeah, there are little crates, parkour on roofs. So you can like move between buildings on the roofs
Should we
without
make it?
sticking the ground.
I just have an idea. Should we also do some like funny little Easter egg to the islands of cats? Do you guys know the island of
I mean,
cats?
cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, there
before
are,
the coast of Japan, there's an island which is like completely filled with cats. There's like
I heard of that too. Yeah.
yeah, there's like hundreds of cats living on it. If you actually go to Google Maps, you won't be able to go through that island without seeing a shit ton of cats. I mean, you pull it up.
Wow.
and next, okay, yeah, let's think about that later. Another one, obviously, is the village. If
Uh huh.
Marvel and City have less density, vehicle combat vehicle can feel more heavier compared to city. There's less building and bigger distance between them. Uh, yeah, it's just another one kind of another city, another kind of
By the way,
island.
Velasquez, crazy presentation. Not gonna lie. You took all those screenshots and prepared
Yeah,
this. I didn't know you prepared this. I was actually
yeah,
going to
I
share
made it
screen
tonight.
on the map, but yeah, great work, man. Crazy
Yeah,
work.
and the Alpha View feature a new foliage that was never seen before as well. The island itself is a little bit have little bit kind of hills. There a lot of cover for infantry. You can cross big distance without being spotted by a sniper, like
Mm-hmm.
on Isle. Another objective is power plant. It's a long one objective that feature windmills, like on Valley. So it will be a favorite play for Russian sniper, but the windmill can be taken down if sniper will bother you.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth objective itself is just a long numbers of factories that where you can fight for medium close range fighting, and you can, and of course, if you will shut down windmills, you will block roads for vehicles as well. Yeah, it will be
I
more
see.
complicated for vehicles
So it
to.
favors both infantry gameplay as well and the vehicles as well.
Yeah, there is middle ground between vehicles. And the last one, operative in Conquest, 256 players is Villa. It's a very big mansion where it out will be very interesting to fight for infantry. One squad can take control of that and defend it very well. There are multiple anchors. You need to destroy some secret way to push and tag building. And get found out a helicopter, a private
The
helicopter you can take.
yeah, the non-military version. Okay.
Yeah, no military work. Military version only on military base. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
because of there is some hill, there's a lot of cover. You can move the objective without being spotted or camped by tanks or snipers. And yeah, I'm still waiting for a tagboat or if we want to capture
Yeah, I know.
factory, found a
I know. I know. I
tagboat.
know.
And I'm experimenting with some way like trampling. So for example, Russians get a road here. The Russians have two exits, not being camped, but UK will have only one ground anchor by bridge. You can from Russian side, you can just jump up on the car and move forward, or take right on the bridge if it's not camped. And
I
there is
see.
tunnel that that water vehicle can use. And yeah, it pretty
Jump off the
much
cliff.
all. And on the middle of map, there is Russian plane that will take
Oh, the
role
crash
of.
con. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it will use a role of objective on the smaller Gamemodes, like 64 versus 64. But there's a lot of cover for infantry. It's kind of mimic old one map where it was jungle. Before it was jungle, but now it's more North
Open
Pacific
area.
climate. Yeah, North Pacific Ocean climate. Yeah, and of course, on Russian side, there is bridge that can be camped, but if you can take vehicle, you can take right more safe place.
Yep.
Very, yeah. Okay, good. But if you allow people to plant bombs, mine in water,
Uh,
that need to
I
be double
I
checked.
don't think we don't allow them to. I believe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the spot mines underwater will be a little bit hard. And yeah, Russian base, where Russian team will be in from. But again, Russian have two infantry pound, so they can reach on foot like 100, 200 meters of running, and they will.
Velasquez.
Yeah,
There's one only concern that I have because the in BattleBit the vehicles are a bit janky, which is my fault. When people are driving in the bridges, they generally fly up to the what do you call it, to the water, and then they start losing vehicles on the start of the match.
yeah.
Um,
Well, you know what I'm also thinking. Well, it can be adjusted, but I will watch how many people will lose vehicles. But also will be good
it
in
will be same
future
as
to get.
before.
Yeah, but you know, okay, one feature we need to improve a vehicle is that when they enter water, deep water, if they have kick player immediately, they will pay like 5 or 10 seconds until engine will turn off.
Yeah,
Thing
In
that would
that
be
is
a great
case,
idea.
you like enter deep water and you have notification like you will be your vehicle will swim. It will be ticket like in 10 seconds. Okay, you will have notification and drive back. Okay, you won't be punished immediately.
hmm
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much all the work of Multi Island and other maps are worked on the way after that one.
Yeah, there is
Usually
new
we
one
will
also
get
coming in.
like maybe 2, 3 rewards in one new map. So yeah, what what is my plan is to release one new map, 2 to 3 reworks, depending of guide of reworked maps, and probably they still need to expand some maps like Oil Dune and the Viper Guide to separate conquest that will come in future as well.
Future, yeah. The currently oil dunes doesn't support conquest, which makes sense because well, the entire area is for infantry right now.
Yeah, but yeah, it shall be become a little bit much more popular than old map, and every player will have find our own play style. So yeah, we'll see how it will find because some people might complain that map is too big, but already made civilian vehicle that we will introduce in the game in future. You will able to find more drop a car that you can drive on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Oh,
will
speaking about
make
that,
you
Yeah.
drive a
the
faster.
Humvees. We have to still replace the white Humvees. I made a new car for that already. There's a thing we still have to do.
All right, lady, I'm
Please,
moving
no,
to you.
I don't want
You will,
the
okay.
hitboxes
Give
there.
over to me. I just wanted to show the chat something really funny. So this is the Islands of Cats. I looked at it. So it's like an island, like it's here. It's like right next to Japan somewhere. I don't know where. Anyway, it's like a tiny island. It's filled with cats. So he has like
Yeah, I seen it before.
bunch of them.
Larry,
Huh?
could you show me the new vehicle you just mentioned as a Humvee? Because I'm concerned about hitboxes. I don't like making hitboxes for vehicles. I
I
really
mean,
hate it.
I can make hitboxes. I'm already make hitboxes for some new vehicle. Just need you double check,
My whole
Okay,
layout just
because
broke.
I really hate making hitboxes for vehicles. By the way, everyone, if you don't know, in games, hitboxes versus models are different. You've probably seen millions of times examples in many games. That's because of the performance concern. So, like, what we do is we use simplified objects like a cube, I don't know, spares, a ball-like, and a capsule. Like, those are a lot more performant than actual model
I
itself.
didn't make Windows yet.
So, I mean, actually, hold on. It's much okay. It's not that bad than I thought.
It's more or less a square. Like you can just
Okay,
put
yeah.
one
So I
here.
can imagine one single square. I can imagine. No, not like that. The windows. Hold up. You
Oh.
have windows. Yeah, that's a rotated hitbox, by the way, which is screwing a lot.
There will be only one. No, there will be two because you have the two sides, but
Yeah, so this one, yeah, I can get away with this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 hitboxes on this one. I can get away.
And
Yeah.
also,
No,
that
actually
car
more. Oh,
now,
you have behind. Oh, okay. I didn't see this part. Okay, more hitboxes. Never mind.
yeah, but okay, that car looks small, but how many people it will fit? I'm wondering.
4,
By you.
5, 6.
Oh,
Actually, it
no,
looks
it's
very
small.
small for. It looks very small for what do you call?
It will fit 6 people, where one guy will sitting back, back, back of the car.
middle.
2 in the front, 3 in the middle, and 1 on the back.
So this is the civilian version of it, right?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
about the
it's civilian
red
version.
and orange and blue ones? What they are meant
I
for?
just made variations of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
we will
have to
set
use
our own
them,
map,
but I
of
made
course.
variations so that it's like not always like exactly the same car. It's a little bit mixed up.
Now we can
And
drive the tractors.
hmm?
The was it called tractor? I forgot.
Yeah, you can do the tractors too.
Yeah, but it will be hard to need to outline that if player will see vehicle that have interior, drivable vehicle. If player see vehicle that don't have the gallery interior, it's map drop. So we need to make sure people can spot difference between drivable vehicle and decoration.
I remember that someone posted a picture of they seen a tractor or something like that, and they tried to drive it and they couldn't. It was a disappointment. I definitely want to change that one day, like but one day, not right now.
Yeah, maybe we can mark natural vehicles on map, so you can find the vehicle faster.
Once money arrives, hire tractor developer.
Oh, we could do an combine, and you can actually like start going on a rampage with it and killing people.
Oh god! Like, and every single time, anyway, we make Easter egg on top of it later on, and then get sued by Farm Simulator.
Or golf cart. Yeah, golf cart would be really funny. If we make it like in golf area on like one of the maps, and you can actually like go with a golf cart. There's like a golf cart standing in the middle of it, and can drive around with that.
But anyway, all right. Let's end the stream in 1 hour 30 minutes. Is that okay for you guys? I will back to work for new game modes and
Oh
couple
wait,
more
do you
bug
want to
fixes.
end it in 1 hour 30 minutes? Because I would have ended it in like around 30 minutes.
No, like so that will be exactly 7 minutes later on. Because
So
this is
in 7
endless.
minutes. All right. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that will be 7 minutes. Yeah.
I can close over with some fun story from Twitchcon if you want to. I was at Twitchcon.
Yeah. How was it?
Twitchcon was amazing. It's really fun, like meeting people. There was actually a bunch of people I met from, which is like really fun. We had some like great things going on. I met a lot of like cool business people. So there's some really cool shit coming soon. Paris was amazing. It's extremely dirty. But it's like I didn't get a train ticket anymore, and I didn't want to get there by plane, so I actually drove to Paris. I think I said it last week already. So I went with my bike.
You went Paris with bike? What? What?
Yeah, my motorcycle.
A motorcycle. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I drove to
Not
Paris
bicycle.
myself. No, not bicycle. I would have been, maybe like right now I would be home again, but
Imagine you go to Paris with
It's like-
bicycle.
the French people, they are crazy. Like, going into France, there's like a 5-lane highway, or like going into Paris, there's a 5-lane highway. Huge traffic jam, around 1 hour delay. It's 11 kilometers long. The French people with their bikes, they
Did you
just
see the
like,
riot, by the way?
Huh?
Riot.
No,
like
I haven't seen a riot, but I've seen a monkey.
What?
Yeah, well, they released all the animals from the zoo. I've seen a monkey.
No way! Wait a minute. Hold up. You actually seen a monkey in the road or something?
Yeah, so the street where I was, where the hotel was, like there was like some marketplaces in front of it, and on Sunday there was like actually a market going on there, like down that whole street. Haven't you seen my Instagram story? I put it in my Instagram story.
I'm not an Instagram person. There.
Yeah,
you
well,
know that.
you still watch it once in a while.
I open like a once in a 6 months or something.
Yeah. So anyway, there was like a market, and like actually above like the market tarts of like the top things, I've seen a monkey running around there. But I've seen like only a small one, but I've seen a monkey. And one of the guys I met there, he told me like they had a garden in the middle of their hotel. Like one morning they woke up, like on Wednesday before I even arrived there, and there was like actually a zebra standing in the middle of the hotel, just casually eating there in the garden in the middle.
Oh god, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that
god.
was the
I
Paris
can't imagine
experience.
happening that.
That was the
Well,
Paris experience.
you'll never forget about it. Don't worry.
No, it was fun. It was actually fun.
Okay.
Very high for Gamescom. Gamescom will be a fun time. Okay, you have to get to Gamescom. There's so many.
Oh, it's gonna be hard, Larry. It's
No, it's
gonna
not
be
going to
hard.
be.
It's going to be really hard. Trust me. At least for me, for the moment.
I had
At
to
least
write
this
myself.
year.
Yeah, it is. I wrote myself a list with people that I will meet at Gamescom already, because there's like more and more people, because Gamescom seems to be like really that big industry thing. And it's like so many people. There was like developed in Brighton, and Rob from Fandom already told me like, hey, like that developer conference, like everything was just about BattleBit. Like so many people were talking about us. And I just...
Oh yeah, that's the thing. You sent me a clip of an esports. They were talking about BattleBit. I was so that was so weird.
Like currently the CS:GO majors are going on. The Blast, or what they called, like during an intervention with like some technical issues, they actually started talking about BattleBit. And that stream had like 100,000 viewers on like Twitch. and like a few thousand on YouTube too. So they talk
That's
about
actually
BattleBit
crazy.
now.
Not gonna lie. That's actually crazy. Not gonna lie. Well, at least that there is a community that also like esports people are also interested in BattleBit, which is nice to see. But at the same time, we definitely need to change a lot of game mode rules, etc., just for like competitive. Which I think community service admins can do that much better than us because they will be dedicated to that and then have dedicated community for this. But anyway, all right,
Speaking about
guys.
competitive, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just do some small advertisement for this. Tomorrow night, I think Game 2 and Game 3 of our competitors.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
tests. Okay.
So there's currently a
Okay.
pilot season going on. If you want to see what BattleBit competitive looks like, I might actually put a link somewhere later.
You should definitely. So if there's people already interested, we should start back what do you call collecting the community there. Okay, guys, update is tomorrow. Not today. I wish it was today, but we still there's still some work to do. It will be during like Europe time afternoon mostly. But yeah, mostly it's going to be the new map, not rework, actually not new map, but you can call it almost new map because it's completely rework entire thing. Like, start from beginning. So tomorrow will be the new remake plus bug fixes, obviously. And if I can make it work to tomorrow, the new game mode, but there's no promise on that. But yeah, I will try to make it work to the tomorrow, for the new game mode as well. Again, new game mode is a game mode that you definitely know, you definitely played once, and it has never been tried with 254 players. And if you can make it work, I think it could be really fun. About the you will see tomorrow. Yeah, you will already see it tomorrow.
Now that I talk about competitive, I just seen that.
I mean,
there's
if
actually
you release it tomorrow, yeah. If you release it tomorrow, yeah. Sorry. Yep.
there is actually currently a match going on. It started 37 minutes ago. So right after this, for the people that are watching on Twitch, I will actually drop you into the competitive match. The raid thing.
Could you peek for a second, share screen, before we go?
Go and you're dead. So that is.
Oh,
It's
could you like
Eternal
full
versus
screen for a
AMV.
second? Could you full screen for a second?
Send us the cast of it. Let me just actually see if I can get some sounds in.
I don't think we can hear sounds. No, we cannot. Alright, let's hold up. No, I cannot hear. And no, it's fine. It's fine.
I think Decimals also is Decimals. Where is these?
That's our desktop.
Yeah, that was my desktop. No, Decimals not streaming. Oh,
But
Decimal
yeah,
might be
then
streaming.
give us the link in the stream as well, so people who wants to watch it, at least they know
Will do.
where to find.
Will do. Alright. Yeah, well, it was fun talking. Let me actually send the...
Palm already sent it.
Palm already sent it. Palm, you're an angel.
Okay. Yep.
Alright.
Oh,
And was
that's
fun.
actually interesting. There you go.
Glad to meet you.
Oh yeah, there you go. Drop shotting. There we go. In competitive, what did I expect? I mean, it's in the game, so you can use it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's in the game. So which clan versus which clan?
It's Ethereal versus AMV today.
Okay.
Pilot season. I think tonight. No, if you're still here, you definitely send me the rooster for it. Let me check really quick. So where's Snowman in my games? Moment. So it is. Okay, right now it's Ethereal versus AMV. We will have.
It's 14 versus 12. That's not balanced though. But anyway.
Casters probably. There's people watching. Like for example, him. I think Snow is also just watching. So there is still Spit versus TN. There's Ara versus TLR coming up still. KBAC versus JD. We have XD versus Demons on Sunday still, and I think later on we have Okay, the 5-minute break. Yesterday
About
was
the
SR versus BB.
someone asking in the chat, the skins for content creators. So how does it work is we create a skin for them, and then we give them a bunch of codes, and then it's up to the content creator how to distribute it. So you cannot
Yep.
do anything about how they distribute, how many they put. They can take 10 of it. I don't know. Keep the rest. I don't know. On it's up to them. Like it's up to how they distribute that codes to
Right.
the people. We
Anyway,
cannot put anything on that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
it was fun. It was a pleasure. I hope all of you enjoyed it too.
Thank you, Larry, for having us.
No issue. It's always glad to talk with you. For those that are interested, I will probably just. So my next week's scope is. I actually might start with the wave 3 of content creator skins. Don't know yet fully. But I will actually probably with like the new things, I will rework some things on my end. For example, with armors and everything, just to streamline my process of making armors down the line. And I might actually start with the upgraded Humvees. We talked about like having heavier armored Humvees, and I actually might actually start with working on those. And I still need to remake
There's
the
one thing
LADC.
that is concerning me. So there's one thing that concerns me about homies are that most of the games had to leave the homies due to the what do you call the not developers, the creators of homie coming in. What do you call claiming the design and stuff. I think it happened in Squad. It happened in Call of Duty. But I believe then there was a case where it was now okay to use in games. But again, I don't know the full decision on that.
Well, if they claim it, we change it. Is that easy?
Yeah, we just call it Combi. Yes.
Well, it's a little
Combi.
late.
Or honey.
Honey. We call them honeys. We're the honeys.
Honey.
Okay, before this goes
Honey.
into absolutely ridiculous.
There's
Was-
some of that Combi.
Jesus Christ. It was fun. It was great having you. Man, okay, can't you like be at least a little bit serious once in a while?
Okay, never mind.
I will
Okay,
hang
alright.
around in the chats here. Oh, one thing. Maybe on Friday I want to do a game night where either we play BattleBit or we actually play like Ace of Spades. I kind of want to play Ace of Spades again.
Ace of Space game mode?
No,
Like
not
the
the
game mode.
not the game mode. Like actually the game Ace of Spades. That we get.
Let's play our game mode that we have. Like even it's like
So on
standing there. Yeah, we could do that. I mean,
Friday evening game night.
if we do it, yeah, we could. I could host what do you call one match with that game mode, like the with the voxel game mode thing, which is Ace of Spades.
Yeah. All right, then I'll do an announcement already. Otherwise, I will just play the casual Ace of Spades. So then we do
Okay.
game night again. All right, then. See you
right.
all on Friday or next time, and thingamajig, and bye bye.
And one more thing, well, for everyone about the music, not music, sorry, sound stuff. We already start talking with the studio.
Oh, you did already? I didn't do anything
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. On my end, already start talking with the studio. Who worked on Battlefield titles, who worked on Call of Duty titles, Battlefront titles already, and then we will we will change all the sounds, like majority of the sounds.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take probably 2 months. It will be pretty much like two sides working together, but overall coming in, like it's coming in. We're all talking with them.
Mind
Now we're doing
introducing me. Mind dropping me in CC there because I would be interested in what's going on.
It's on Discord. I will get you. I asked for
definitely
an example. I send them a weapon animations to them, and then they will do an example shell sounds, reload sounds, and then if it's nice, and then article if it's like, hey, we want to actually continue moving forward, then yeah, will actually start working. The thing is, we will have to change our audio engine. Right now, yeah, we will have to change it from what do you call? From the Unity's own current audio engine to VVice. It's called, I think, VVice or something like that. But again, the VVice Fmod, they are industry standards, so we should be fine. Yeah,
We should be fine.
that point,
My most favorite sentence. We should be fine.
we should be fine. I mean, they are industry standard audio engines, so.
Yeah, okay.
This VVice, we will get to the VVice, not Fmod, but VVice, yeah. And they're professional on that. The only problem is we will probably have to keep using BattleBit as well. Like the voice chat will be on BattleBit. Other shot sounds, vehicle, more stuff we won't VVice. So it's kind of mixed. And it probably won't be able to switch instantly. It will be gradual changing. But the first one will be shot sounds, the player movement, like those are the first things. Second, vehicles. Third, also explosions as well. Like those are the most used stuff. But yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Then like down the line,
Let's
everything
end the
like
stream.
the rain sounds, the things, and
Yeah. Okay.
ending the
All
stream.
right, everyone, have a great day.
Have a great day.
All right,
Have
you
a great
can.
night. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Love to see you around. Follow us around. No, how do you things?
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
even know.
See you
Anyway.
guys.
See you guys. Bye.